Hey there, Nocturnes! Welcome back to English Me, dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark. Ako nga pala ulit si Kuya N, ang inyong class president. Noong nakaraang meeting with Sir Jeremy, diniscuss niya ang tungkol sa moralistic approach, the search for the right and the wrong in every situation sa binasa o napanood. Natutunan natin na iba-iba ang moral system ng bawat nag-o-observe o nagsusuri ng isang teksto o ano mang palabas. Kaya doon sa approach na yon, natutunan natin na magagamit natin yun para i-evaluate yung pwede ring value system ng character or yung value system mo bilang mambabasa o manonood. Ngayon naman, bilang elaboration ng moral approach, titingnan naman natin yung science of mind and behavior ng mga characters sa story. Ang psychological approach. What is psychology? It is the study of mind and behavior. At makikita natin yan ngayon, ang application nun sa ating susuriing teksto. Kaya ano pa hinihintay natin, Nocturne? Samahan nyo na ako sa ating klase para mapag-aralan ang susunod na approach. Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano.
Good evening, class. Welcome back to another episode. This time we will discuss the psychological approach. What is the psychological approach all about? It is studying the mind and behavior of certain characters based on their situation in a story. Sounds easy? Well, let's see the application. For this exercise, we'll study Naruto using the psychological approach. To guide us, let's consider these questions. First, why is he so loud and naughty? You notice how Naruto talks? He's very noisy when he wants to say something. He even attacks Sasuke verbally and other enemies that he encounters, right? That's very noticeable. But have you ever questioned why? Okay, using the psychological approach, let's consider his situation. When he was a kid, when he was a baby, in fact, his parents got killed. And as he grows up, he learns how to live independently. He lives alone in his apartment. So, if he lives alone, then naturally he will seek attention in any way. Since considering his temperament, he's very extroverted. He seeks stimulation in the company of others. So he causes trouble, many kinds of trouble, like like vandalizing the Hokage statue and other things. He even name calls people who are older than him. So why is he like that? Probably it's because of his lack of attention. What made him cut his wrist during his team's first mission? This is the part where he accompanies a certain guy to his village with Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura. When his team gets ambushed, he draws a knife and then cuts his wrist. And if you pay attention to his line, he says something like he swears that he will not back out and he'll do his best. That's primarily the answer to this question. He does that as a reminder of his determination to become Hokage. And then last question, when Sasuke got captured, why does he try so hard to get him instead of abandoning him? Remember the part where Sasuke got kidnapped by Orochimaru, and then later on he gets trained and learns the skills from Orochimaru, new skills. Now, if it were another person, maybe that person would have let Sasuke do what he wants. But Naruto's different. Even until his forearms got cut off, he still has this kind of brotherly love for Sasuke, which he confesses in the scene where both of them are lying down with one forearm cut off from each of them, and Sasuke asks him why he really goes after him despite everything that has happened. And Naruto's explanation was merely because he saw the pain that Sasuke went through, and he sort of understands that pain, or maybe he didn't claim that he understands. I don't really recall clearly what he says exactly, but the core of what he wants to say to Sasuke was he didn't like him to undergo that pain anymore. Okay, so these are just some of the ways you can use the psychological approach in evaluating a certain character in whatever you've seen or read. There are probably more questions that could be asked, but nonetheless, if you use a psychological approach, just remember your aim is to study the mind and behavior of your chosen character. So this approach is character-centered. Continue surviving in the dark for the next approach.
Oh English me, oh English me. Gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Sino ang magtuturo? Gusto kong matuto na talaga. Oh English me. Word of the night. Reconnaissance. Noun. Ang first three na makakapag-comment sa baba ng meaning at ng kanyang original sentence ay magkakaroon ng special mention sa susunod na episode. Kaya ano pa hinihintay nyo, Nocturs? Mag-comment na kayo sa baba bago mag-Friday upang masama sa editing ang inyong post. Kung nagustuhan ninyo ang episode na ito, pakilike naman dyan sa baba. Kung may mga katanungan o suggestion, mag-comment na lang din. I-share nyo naman ang video na to o kaya mas maganda yung buong playlist sa mga kakilala ninyong nagtitake ng AYAP. Alam nyo naman sa panahon ngayon ay mahirap nang makakuha ng reliable references. Kung shinare nyo to, makakatulong kayo sa mga kaibigan nyo. Mag-join din kayo sa ating private Facebook group, The Nocturne Space. Yung link nasa baba. Kung nahihiya kayong mag-comment sa baba kasi public, at least doon sa private group na yon, mapag-uusapan natin yung mga topics na gusto ninyo ungkatin na walang judgment. Kasi ang makakasama nyo sa private group na yon ay yung mga kagaya nyo mag-isip. Yung nais makipag-usap tungkol sa mga usaping hindi na pag-uusapan sa pangkaraniwang conversation kasi pag pangkaraniwan, yun na yung para sa'yo, hindi ganun kahalaga pag-usapan. Pero yung mga talagang dapat pinag-uusapan, mga konti lang, mga kagaya lang natin, yung nais mapag-usapan yung mga ganung bagay. Kaya mag-join na kayo. At higit sa lahat, mag-subscribe. I-tap nyo yung notification bell din para hindi kayo mahuli sa mga updates namin. New release of episodes every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Ang Nocturnal Sage ay nakatuon sa 4 na bagay. Self-conquest yung una. Tutulungan ka namin kung paano i-process yung mga negative emotions na nararamdaman mo kagaya ng sadness o kaya disappointment, pwede rin anger, minus any medical prescription. Walang medical prescription kasi hindi naman kami licensed psychologist. Pangalawa ay communication. Bukod sa pagbasa at pagsulat ng English, pwede ka rin namin tulungan sa kung paano i-develop yung self-confidence kapag nagsasalita ka sa maramihang tao. At kasama na dyan yung pagsasalita online. Kasi kahit naman mga online events gaya ng Zoom, saan mo pa yan gawin, may chance ka pa rin magsalita sa harapan ng at least 100 people. Kahit virtual pa yan. So kung gusto mo ma-develop yung ganong confidence, gusto mo ng technique sa public speaking, tama-tama na pinili mo ang Nocturnal Sage sa iyong watch later list. Pangatlo ay leadership. Kung ikaw ay bagong halal na student council officer, o kaya ikaw ay bagong promote sa trabaho at nais mong matutunan yung basics na paghawak ng mga tao, pwede ka tulungan ni Sir Jeremy para bigyan kanya ng tips tungkol sa leadership and management. Saka yung pang-apat ay ang expansion. Kung naghahanap ka ng paraan para makahanap ng self-fulfillment sa iyong ginagawa, sa trabaho, sa pag-aaral, tapos kulang pa yung grades o kaya taas ng kinikita o sinisweldo, kasi hindi lang naman sa pera ng buhay yung kasiyahan eh. Yan yung pagkakamali ng marami na sa pera na lang umaasa para sa kasiyahan. Yung pala, higit pa pala doon yung kailangan para matamo yung ganong klaseng fulfillment. Tutulungan ka namin para i-discover kung anong mga skills ang kakailanganin mo para makamtan yung dream o yung inaasam mong gawain sa buhay. Hindi siya kailangang pagkakitaan, pwedeng isang simpleng gawain na hindi mo alam doon pala dapat binubuhos ang iyong lakas. Kasi alam naman natin na hindi naman pahabang buhay ang buhay, wala naman forever pagdating sa buhay, ito ay magwawakas din. Ang importante, alam natin kung saan natin binubugol ang mga natitira nating mga araw. Salamat sa panonood! Ako si Kuya N. Kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng English Me dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the